Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just gonna tell you right now, they're not coming. I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America Coalition, Save Democracy Coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party Coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends, because I don't think they're coming.
Name three.
But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, Prioritize Black Men, and prioritize black communities, black businesses, and the black spaces. But Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No, it's not. Well, go talk with your friends.
Black supremacy is alive and real.
Yes. Think about that. She goes, black women.
The woke media is absolutely melting down right now. And Joy Reid posted just the weirdest TikTok I've ever seen the other day. And right after, we have multiple large media companies, including Joy Reid's MSNBC, making huge moves. MSNBC is apparently getting sold by Comcast, and somebody could buy that and do the funniest thing ever. You know, if somebody like, I don't know, Jeremy Boring has thrown his hat in saying that he might buy it. I don't know if he actually is serious or not. But if somebody does end up going by MSNBC, that's going to be absolutely hilarious. If obviously somebody's going to buy it, but I mean, somebody on the right wing, somebody in right wing media already were to go buy that, that'd be hilarious. But also The View is coming out and saying that they're looking for a pro-Trump host to balance out the left lunatics that they currently have. There's a lot changing. And I think Joy Reid's recent TikTok is also changing things over at MSNBC, and Steven Crowder is going live and he's talking about it and just absolutely destroying Joy Reid for this insanity that I'm about to show you right here. Let's check it out.
That much. I love that.
Everything about that guy is dishonest.
Off-putting.
It may be, by the way, like Comcast is actually considering selling off or separating from MSNBC.
Yes.
Which, if I had that kind of money, I would it would be Mug Club or Rumble Premium's toy train set. We would screw with it. So, consider clicking that button, joining Rumble Premium, because we could the more of you who join up, again, just if the amount of you join to just compare to the top 3 salaries of useless CNN hosts. Imagine how much good we can do.
Wow.
And I'm done with my pitch. By the way, at the same time, Joy Reid, premier host, by the way, strong, brave, beautiful black woman.
Yes.
She's dropping heat like this on TikTok.
Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right.
I don't know if you guys caught that just now. I'm pretty sure they added this in post because I did a video on this Joy Reid TikTok on my second channel, Justin Is Lost, already. Listen closely and see if you can hear what just happened there.
Any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not coming. I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America Coalition, Save Democracy Coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party Coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends, because I don't think they're coming.
Name three.
But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, Prioritize Black Men, and prioritize black communities, black businesses, and the black spaces. But Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No, it's not. Well, go talk with your friends.
Black supremacy is alive and real.
Yes. Think about that. She goes, black women. They're not a monolith. I try to be pretty careful when I say, well, Gen Z, or I try to say a majority of white men or a voting demographic, a majority of white women tend to vote left. Surprisingly not this last election in the way that people anticipated. She just goes, black women, period. Agree with me. I can't think of a woman less representative of the average black American woman than Joy Reid. Comment below if you disagree. I don't think that there is a group of Americans who are more overly represented in media while being completely unrepresented. If you go to a church, you go to a mixed church, you talk with black members of your congregation, just hang out in your neighborhood. Just go. We've done it with Black Barbershop, Black and White and the Great Issues.
Yeah.
They do not speak like Joy Reid. They do not speak like Van Jones. They don't know who they are. And I mean that. But these people claim to speak for them. That's how tone deaf the left is. And I will tell you this, please, if you listen to nothing else, do not allow the left to tell you, or even conservative pseudo-intellectuals to tell you, that only policy matters. Everything is downstream from culture. I guarantee you there were people who walked into that voting booth going, is this really where I am? I mean, I have a daughter. She plays basketball. Everyone, is this really where I was just chewed. I was just yelled at for not wearing a mask at the Tom Thumb. This is not the America that I grew up in. This is not the America that I love. And these are people, by the way, who were Democrats at one point in time. Culture is so much more important, and that is the reason. Do you honestly think that Gen Z boys, Gen Z young males, are engaging in intricate policy discussion? Some are. The majority are not.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
They voted for Donald Trump. You have not seen that with a generation. You expect younger generations, really it's always been sort of assumed, hey, how conservative will they become as they grow older? That's why it was well advised to, for example, encourage marriage, encourage working, right? Encourage becoming active in your community, because the more responsibilities that a young adult takes on, the more conservative they become. But it always started off with, they're going to start off liberal, right? They're in college, they're living in a fantasy world, and then they become more conservative. Most young men actually voted for Donald Trump. I believe it was 56%. I'm sure Mission Control can send it in. And it was still a high percentage of young women. That doesn't happen. And I'm telling you, it doesn't happen because of a panelist on CNN or whoever, Bill Kristol, whoever it is today who's talking. That's not the reason. It is a cultural shift. And you know what? Young people aren't afraid. Young people aren't afraid to say, yeah, okay, you know what? Transphobic. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. I don't think that, you know what? I watched that boy kick the shit out of that girl at a wrestling duel, and I don't think that should be happening.
I didn't know a volleyball could go through a human face. We have the clip.
Do we have that clip?
No,
we played it before.
We've played it before. I'm sure we can find it. The scream.
Please. You got me excited, and then I feel like the rug was pulled from my
Carl spikes the ball through a human skull.
And the left will always, and they will always say, well, it's a very, very small percentage of people. Or they'll say, well, you know, the reason this is not a real issue. It's a canard. Only 2 people at the Olympics. Hey, just because we haven't opened the floodgates yet, people, you know what people used to say that about? Immigration. Well, we haven't seen it. Oh, here are your 18 million signs.
Yeah.
That once you did it your way, yeah, it's a disaster. You want to do that? You want to do that with eliminating gender lines? It's a big issue. You want to do that with our healthcare system and fat pride? All bodies are beautiful. You can be healthy at any weight. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, this is facts, man. And I used to laugh at people. You know, I was never a super like liberal person, was never a left-leaning person, but I kind of laughed at conservatives whenever they would cry wolf about certain things. In my mind, you know, when it comes to white men getting replaced in Hollywood, I'd be like, oh, you guys are ridiculous. Now I don't even watch movies or TV anymore for the most part. I mean, there's select shows that I will watch. You know, I like shows like Severance is a good show, or Silo. Like the Apple TV shows sometimes are pretty good. Other than that, I mean, I don't watch movies. I watch when Dune 1 and Dune 2. I think those are the last 2 movies I've ever watched from Hollywood. So I don't watch them anymore because of how true it was and how bad it's gotten and how slippery the slope truly was. And then, the gay marriage thing. People were like, back in the day, oh, the gay marriage getting legalized is a slippery slope. And I'm just like, oh, y'all are ridiculous. It's not a slippery slope. I mean, look where we're at now, man. We have men competing in combat sports with women. And people are defending it. It's not like it happened by accident and then everybody was like, all right, sorry, we went too far. It was like, it happened and people are defending it. Like, strongly defending it. So it was a slippery slope for sure. I was wrong. They were correct. And now we have, we're still on that slope right now. We can either decide as a country, as a culture, that we're just going to stop doing this, or we're going to continue down this slippery slope and keep on slipping down. And who knows where it's going to end up.
Do you really want to do that? You want to do that where you have policies that actually punish white males for immutable characteristics? just because we haven't done it yet, it's not a real issue. Yeah, but you want to make it a real issue. It's not about Kamala Harris, for example, supporting taxpayer-funded sex changes for prisoners. We know that won't happen that often. It will happen more often. It's a reflection that the left has absolutely no line that they will not cross. Genuinely, I'm trying to put a finer point on this. If you have a party that supports abortion up until and including birth, period, right? Doubling of whatever tax rate, depending on which one they're proposing at that point in time. Unrealized capital gains. But let's just go with the cultural issues here. Sex change operations for inmates, okay? And abortion up until and including birth. If you have a party, that's their platform. What line won't they cross? Remember back in the day? Back in the day, we used to say, well, the gay marriage thing, people say, I don't know how that affects the kids. They go, oh, slippery slope argument. Oh, really? Yeah, let me guess.
Guys, I don't pre-watch these before. I do not pre-watch these. I swear somebody sends me these topics and I react to them every day. We have a whole system in place here. I don't pre-watch these, and this happens all the time where I'll say something right before the main host that we're reacting to says it. Promise you, I'm not just repeating it for the sake of repeating it and sounding smart or like I knew this was going to happen. But I don't pre-watch these. Steven Crowder is completely correct here, though.
The gay agenda, we're coming for your kids. And now it's the party, when they are in power, unfettered in their states, they will hide your children from you if they want to transition, have a sex change operation, and you disagree as a parent. What line won't they cross? So then you have a symptom of that, or you have a panel on CNN. I won't sit here for transphobia because they've been coddled. And you know what? You know what the problem is in this country? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Tolerance. We need to stop being so tolerant.
Claiming to be.
Tolerant of that guy. Tolerant of, yes, you don't have to hear anything that you don't like. No, we're not going to be tolerant of that. We are no longer going to be tolerant of people acting like spoiled children. That's the cultural effect that's taking place.
Yep. He's completely correct, man. I have a lot of friends who used to be liberals, who used to be Joe Biden voters, who are now voting Donald Trump, and that really is the vibe of everything. I'm 25 years old, so I have a lot of friends on the younger side. They're all going over to the side that Steven Crowder is talking about here, and going against people like Joy Reid. Like who is a fan of Joy Reid? Like genuinely, I don't know anyone who watches MSNBC. I don't know anyone who's a fan of Joy Reid. If you know anyone, please let me know in the comments. If you have like a family member or something that's like, oh man, I can't wait till Joy Reid's on tonight. Like who the hell says that? But people, hundreds of thousands of people daily say that about Steven Crowder. They're like, oh, I'm looking forward to Steven Crowder's show later today. I'm looking forward to Tim Pool's show later today. Hundreds of thousands of people every single day are saying that. And that's the shift that's taking place. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Steven Crowder's thoughts on that wild TikTok from Joy Reid. And what do you think about possibly MSNBC being sold and all of these woke media outlets panicking over the cultural shift that is 100% taking place? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think of this whole Steven Crowder versus Joy Reid situation?